Well, hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. Well, I've got something really fun and interesting and new for you. Today, we're going to do mystical pick a card. And what do I mean by mystical pick a card? Well, under here, I have 3 tarot decks, and you don't know which is which. So I want you to use your subconscious, your higher self, to pick a deck, and I will do a reading for you. This is timeless. It doesn't matter when you run across this video, but it is a message that was meant for you. If this video was put in front of you, you were meant to hear this message. So how do you pick which deck if you can't see them? What I want you to do right now is close your eyes. And I want you to envision 3 doors in front of you. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And I want you to envision 3 doors. They could be different colors. They could be metal. They could be wood. They could be big. They could be small. They're your doors. You get to envision what they look like. And on those 3 doors, I want you to see the number 1, the number 2, and the number 3. And really get a good look at them. And now I want you to ask your higher self, which door has the best message for me? Is it door number 1? Is it door number 2? Is it door number 3? Which door suddenly looks bigger? Which door suddenly looks brighter? Which door do you want to reach out to? Once you have your answer, I will reveal the deck, which coordinates to the message the universe has for you. If you need more time, simply pause the video until which door is speaking to you. Which door do you want to walk through? All right, my fabulous friends, time for the reveal of which deck. If you chose door number 1, I'm doing your reading from the Arcanium Tarot. If you chose door number 2, I'm using your reading with the Tarot of Mystical Moments. And if you chose door number 3, I'm using the Gilded Tarot. All right, so without further ado, let's get started with door number 1, Arcanum Tarot. And let's see what message the universe has for you. Door number 1. All right, so I'm doing a bit of a different kind of layout today. This is a layout I have not shown on my video channel before, but it's an older layout that I used to do. Ooh, Judgment, second chance. Are you looking for a second chance in life? Is there somebody you want a second chance with? Is there possibly an ex that wants to come back, or you want to go back to an ex? Is there a job that perhaps you want a second chance at? A diet, an exercise, anything you want to have a redo, a do-over, a second chance. Do you need to give somebody a second chance, or are you hoping somebody gives you a second chance? So as I was saying, this layout that I'm doing, we're going to do past, present, and future, but I'm making it into a diamond. And what we're going to do is we're going to see what events have led up to the situation you're in. Then with the present, we're going to give advice. And then with the future, if you follow that advice, what will your future look like? All right. All right. So door number 1. What does the message the universe have for you? Cards are ready. Okay. Queen of Swords. Are you coming from a divorce? A widow, perhaps? I'm sorry if you are. Are you perhaps a lawyer yourself? Are you trying to get out of a lease or a contract? Or is there a contract or a lease, a mortgage that is keeping you hemmed in? Justice, interesting. Look at the Queen of Swords. I said lawyer is pointing to justice. Are you tied up in some kind of legal wrangling right now? Five of Cups. Definitely, this is interesting. I'm glad to see the Five of Cups in the past because that tells me that something legal has really been bothering you, has created some depression in you, created a situation where you can't get over the past. I believe it could be something legal. It's something that's bothering you, or a legal contract ended, a legal agreement, and it's created an emotional um, uh, depression in you. There's no other word for Five of Cups. That the best word is depression, and it's because you're crying over spilt milk. You can't let go of the past, and you don't see a future. So, did something happen in this situation that has changed your future, and you don't even have the energy to look towards the future? Oh, death, 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 death. So this is, I just want to make sure we can see all the cards. Okay, death. Look at the sword, sword, sword. Oh, you're dealing with some heavy stuff, door number one. Seven of Wands, defending your actions. So you could be defending your actions over an inheritance, a will where you I don't say gypped, or were you wrangled out of an inheritance? Are you fighting with people for an inheritance? Are you fighting through a divorce? Are you fighting to get out of a contract? Are you fighting to get into a contract? But you're definitely, this is showing taking the high road. Five of Swords, lots of swords here, door number one. There's no winners or losers in any of this. This is a win-lose situation. The person who comes out who thinks they're winning actually is lost. The people who think they've lost have actually won something. A very confusing situation. 5 and 5. Let's see what the future is going to like. 7 of Pentacles. 6 of Wands. Well, we got some victory. We have some victory here. 4 of Swords. Sword, sword, swords. What's the underlying? Ace of Wands. Well, this is awesome. Okay, so what I see what's happening here is that all of this situation is going to get you nowhere. It's going to be a lot of hard work and it'll never come to fruition. What you need to do is here with these wands, because we have the Ace of Wands, so the Ace of Wands is telling me pay attention to the wands, is defend yourself to the best of your legal ability. Take the high road. Do not play into their mind games. Do not play into their legal games. Take the high road and you will come out the victor. If you continue to be wrangled in this, you're going to work really hard. You're going to spend a lot of money and you aren't going to get anywhere. It's time to end this and put this to bed. This 4 of Swords in reverse. 4 of Swords upright is, well, I call it my sick bed. It's like when you're so stressed, you have to lay down. It's not spa time. It's not spa time. This is, especially here with the 5 of Cups, this is depression and not being able to get out of bed, and 4 of Swords upright. And it can end in death. And interesting, we have death here and we have 4 of Swords in reverse. I want you to really let this situation go. Come up with some creative ways to become stronger over this. Take charge. Be proactive in a way that you're defending yourself, that you can be the hero of yourself. You have to let go of what you have no control over. With this death card here is you have to transform it. So for example, if you are fighting somebody for a will, for an inheritance, take the high road. And if that means backing out of it, back out of it. Because with this Seven of Pentacles here, you're just going to be making a lawyer rich and you aren't going to get any money. But when you back out of it, you'll gain something else. If you're in a wrangly divorce situation, transform that, take the high road and back out of it. Put it to bed. Let it go. Let what happened go. Some of you might be dealing with really severe situations. Perhaps something, legal happened to you in some regard that really created some damage to you. And you're like, I'm not letting it go. I really want you to consider this message. I really want you to consider this message, because once you can let it, hanging on to it is going to cost you more than just money. If you can let go of it, this is a no-win situation. You aren't going to win. I'm sorry to tell you, you are not going to win. If you can let go of it and cut your losses, you will come out ahead and put this to bed and come up with more creative life starts. Ace of Wands is creative life force starts. You'll come out the winner. You'll come out the winner by letting something go. I don't want you to have the feeling of defeat. I want you to have the feeling of you're the winner because you were allowed to stand your ground, take the high road, let them continue to poke at you, defend yourself, and then just move on. See, if you look at these, it goes 7 to 6. So you take these 6 wands and you become the victor of them. You overcome them. You overcome them by taking the high road. And I know sometimes when you're really deep in battled, you're like, I'm not taking the high road. Like, they owe me, or I deserve that. Well, it's costing you more than money. It's costing you time. It's costing you effort. It's costing your self-esteem. Definitely the future cards are let it go. Drop it. Drop it. It's a no-win situation. Just start fresh, and you're going to actually come out the winner. It might not be in money, but it'll be in self-esteem. It'll be in not wasting time. It'll be in being able to look forward to the future instead of hanging on to the past. I know that sounds very harsh, but that's what the cards are telling me. Door number 1. All right. Well, let me know in the comments what you think. Did this I'd love to know, like, is there something here in the justice and that you have to transmute and transform? All right. Well, thank you very much. Now let's on to door number 2. All right, door number 2. If you chose door number 2, the reading is going to be done for you by Tarot of Mystical Moments. Now, as I explained, this is a diamond past, present, future reading that I'm going to do for you. Don't believe I've shown it on the channel before. So we're going to read your past, we're going to read the present suggestion, and then we're going to read the future. If you follow what the cards are telling you, what will pan out in the future for you, the predictive part of this reading. So door number 2, what advice do the cards have for door number 2? And remember, this is timeless. It's whenever the universe puts this in front of you. Door number 2. Door number 2. What does the universe have in store for you? Cards are ready. Oh, yeah, really ready. Ace of Swords in reverse. Have you been embattled in some kind of lie, or somebody has told you no? And it was like a key to something. Let's see what else here. 10 of Swords. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Are you coming out of a page of wands in reverse? Are you coming out of somebody just telling you some bad news? Devastating news. Could have been something health. Sometimes Ace of Swords in reverse is surgery, right? You turn that sword upside down and then it becomes a knife that you can do surgery with. Especially here with the Ten of Swords, that would be like, you hit rock bottom, but then you have a little bit of surgery and you feel a lot better here. We do have some bad news, like some bad news. Oh, Ace of Pentacles. I love this. Love this. Death in reverse and Four of Swords upright. Door number 2, did you just come out of a serious illness? Did you just come out of a serious illness? And like I'm almost getting like what's happened to Catherine. Like serious illness and now resting. Four of Cups. You're doing too much. Wheel of Fortune. Oh, love that. The Devil. The Devil. Catherine, are you watching this? Boy, these cards are huge. What's underlying? Eight of Wands in reverse. Okay, so these are huge. I don't know where else to put these. Okay, so here's what's happening. Something devastating has happened to you, door number 2. Something very devastating has happened to you. And for some reason, you don't need to change a thing. With the Death card in reverse, upright is transform something, but we have the Ace of Pentacles. So that's planting a new seed and then resting and watching how the seed grows. But with the Death here, it's not something that you have to transform. So maybe it's not planting a new seed. Maybe it's planting the seeds that you have. Definitely have to let go of something here with the Four of Cups. Definitely have to remove something from your plate. Could even be remove an organ from your body. I'm really getting there's something to do with health here, door number 2. With the Devil card here, we have the Wheel of Fortune and the Devil card here. What I'm thinking is that whatever you have, whatever is going on right now, it's something that you're just going to have to deal with. Like you can't transform it. So for example, let's say you've been diagnosed with diabetes. What you need to the fortunate part of that is you were diagnosed in time with it. And now you're going to have to give up sweets, for example. I'm not sure. I'm not a doctor. I'm just giving an example. All I know is that diabetics really have to watch their sweet intake. So there's something that you're going to have to give up. Maybe you have, a heart condition. But the lucky thing is that they found the heart condition at the same time. Now you need to, and you knew you had this heart condition with this Ace of Pentacles. And now you finally have to deal with it. And so maybe you have to pull back a little bit here with the Four of Swords. Give yourself more rest. Maybe you're going to have to give up smoking, for example. And that's going to be the Wheel of Fortune. But then you have to deal with this heart condition for the rest of your life, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Right? I mean, especially here with this Eight of Wands, I think something is going to change in your life if it hasn't already. That it's something that you will have to just deal with for the rest of your life. I think, if you haven't had some surgery, I would check with your doctor. You could possibly need some surgery here with this Page of Wands in reverse. I think there's something here that's going to clip your wings a little bit, and it's going to be something that you have to deal with, but it's not terrible. you'll have to give something up, if that's smoking, if that's extra food. Maybe you're overrunning. Yes, people who over-exercise sometimes end up with heart conditions that they need to stop. But there'll be something that you'll have to give up, whether it's food, maybe it's leisure time, and now you do have to walk or exercise, or there'll be something. But it'll be the luckiest thing that's ever happened to you. So you happen to go to the doctor. For example, what happened to Charles? He went for his prostate, and luckily they found this cancer, and now they can deal with it. Otherwise, who knows when it would have been discovered? It might have been way too late. You might need some medication. Ace of Pentacles can sometimes be medication as well. With that. That transforms things for you. But you're definitely, if you listen to what the doctor has to say and give up a few things, your fortunes will change. And yes, you'll have to live with it. And I'm sorry, this isn't, wow, you're going to win the lottery. But you know what? Forewarned is forearmed. I've always said that. I would rather have this type of reading than rainbows and unicorns and love, and there's really no substance to it. This has substance. If you're like, I have nothing medically wrong with me, what are you talking about? Go get something checked. But just even go to the doctor, call the doctor and say, I need my yearly check. I don't want to scare you, but who knows? Maybe they find something in time. They find that you have high cholesterol. So you can take some medication and work on that. Maybe you have to give up some fats and whatnot. It was the luckiest thing that ever happened, because now you're not going to have a heart attack. And yes, you have the devil there that you'll be maybe have to take medication the rest of your life or whatever, but at least you're breathing, right? I'm getting the devil's in the details as well. But yeah, I think this might be some kind of investigation, this Page of Wands, that they discover something, whether it's in a lab result. This also could be, I'm just really getting health with this. But this also could be something financial. Go over some of your finances with a fine-tooth comb. Maybe you're going to discover something, that some money is not forthcoming, etc., etc. And you might be upset to discover that money's gone forever, but thank God you found it when you did, rather than it all being gone, because you have the Wheel of Fortune here. So if you pay heed to this, take your medication, rest when the doctor tells you, and I just how I don't know what I know what I mean, but I can't see the words. When I'm saying transform this, I'm saying like don't transform. Okay, that's okay, got it. So when the doctor gives you some medication and tells you to rest, don't do what you think medication and rest is. Listen to the doctor. Listen to the surgeon. All right? And you might have an event that knocks you off your feet, that you decide this is the event that takes me to the doctor. Listen to the doctor. If you do that, sure, you'll be sad with what you miss, but you'll be the luckiest thing that's ever happened to you. And yeah, you might have to live chained to medication or routines or whatever it is. But at least you're here. All right. Well, what do you think, door number 2? Was your subconscious telling you to go see the doctor? Or do you have that niggly feeling you should anyways, before you even looked at this? All right, let me know down in the comments what you think about this. All right, on to door number 3. All right, if you chose door number 3, you get the Gilded Tarot for your reading. And as I told door number 1, and door number 2. This is a diamond reading I do for past, present, and future advice. So we're doing the past, what has created your condition. The present is the present advice, and then the future. And it's shaped like a diamond. So I called it a diamond reading, and I don't think I've done it on the channel yet. I used to do this reading quite a while ago, and I'm just kind of resurrecting it. I don't know why all of a sudden it's popped into my consciousness. All right, door number 3. What's the message the cards have for you? This is timeless. I just want to remind you this is timeless. Whenever the universe puts this in front of you is the message that you need to receive. Door number 3. Those who chose door number 3. What's the message for you? Those who chose door number 3. What's the message for you? Those who chose door number 3. What's their timeless message? What's the message the cards want to tell you? Oh, wow. Chatty, chatty, chatty. All right. 6 of Cups. So this has something to do with your past. This message has something to do with your past. Could do with a sibling, childhood friend, cousins. It's definitely something to do with your past. 6 of Cups. 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles. And the 5 of Swords. All right. Please don't get offended when I say this. Did you make some money in the past that you don't feel that great about? That maybe you were quite successful, but you thought, I kind of got more than my fair share, or, oh, you know what? I really didn't work that hard for that money, that kind of thing here with this 5 of Swords. So this would be money that you made in the past. So this is interesting. So this is something that is affecting you today. Ace of Cups. Knight of Wands in reverse. Are you having a hard time getting things started? A High Priestess. Okay, you might have some secrets that are holding you back. Door number 3. Death in reverse. 4 of Cups in reverse. End of Regrets. The Moon. And what's the underlying? Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And we have the 9 of Pentacles here. This is a bit of a money issue. What's the secret around money? Door number 3. What's the secret? Somehow this Knight of Wands shut down your intuition. If you're having a difficult time creating any kind of abundance or money in your life now, it's because of actions that were taken in the past. I can see you want fresh starts, you want love, you want offerings and whatnot, but it's not going anywhere. It's absolutely not going anywhere. This four of Cups, because you have regrets. So if things are non-starting in your life, so let's say you're trying to start a business, it doesn't go anywhere. Trying to start a partnership, it isn't going anywhere. You're trying to start, something online, it isn't going anywhere. It's because with this Death in reverse, it means like nothing's transforming. 4 of Cups is regret, and the Moon is the illusions and the reflections that we have of ourselves. And this Queen of Pentacles, this is the manifestation card, and it's in reverse. So you feel like in the past, you could manifest things that you wanted to, and now all of a sudden you can't, and you can't figure out why. And it's because with this 5 of Swords here, did you manifest something that you weren't really proud of? Or did you brag that you had a lot of money or a lot of success and you didn't? This is definitely something deep, deep in your past. Deep in your past. This is really heavy, and I'm sorry. But sometimes when we don't understand why things aren't going forward, we have to really wind it back. So maybe, and let's even go back to when, let's say you're in high school, and I'm just throwing this out here. I'm not saying any of you have done this. Let's say you were in high school and you were working at a fast food restaurant, and let's say it was always so busy that you were able to add an extra hour to your wages without actually having to work for it. Believe it or not, that extra hour that you tagged onto your time card, you're now paying for it by being unable to manifest something, because this is reflecting back on your past. This is reflecting back on your past. This is something you did when you were young. So don't be too hard on yourself. Like, this is deep in your past. This isn't like something I did last year or the year before. This is something you did, as a young adult. If you are a young adult, I guess it is pretty close, but this is something you've done in your past, is blocking. This Knight of Wands here is blocking your intuition. And look at that, the clock agrees with me. It's blocking your manifestation. So to transform that, and I know you're putting in offers, you probably, maybe you've tried, 3 things. And everything you seem to try, for some unknown reason, ends up not going anywhere, and you regret that you even tried that. Like, look at this cup upright. Is this cup here? It's like you really regret that you even tried it. You even tried that idea, because maybe it cost you money, maybe it cost you time, maybe you just feel like a fool somehow. So what I want you to do is I want you to transmute that, so that you can become the Queen of Pentacles and manifest whatever you want. But you definitely have a manifestation blockage here when it comes to money. Definitely. And it's because of that. So with the High Priestess here, I want you to use your intuition. I want you to take the time and figure out what that was and then work it out. So if it was something like, maybe you were babysitting for somebody, and maybe you fell asleep and you felt bad because you charged them for babysitting, but you fell asleep as well. I mean, it doesn't have to be anything huge. It's not like you robbed a bank or anything. Maybe you did. Who am I to judge? But it's something here that you thought you were getting away with something, and you have to transmute that. And when you do use your intuition, what it is, and you transmute it, then that all of a sudden manifestation is going to flow to you. But until then, I'm sorry, your manifestation is definitely blocked. And it's just because you won't reflect on what happened in the past, on how you made money. I'm not judging you. I'm not judging you at all. I mean, we all had to do things to survive. Interesting. For some reason, I thought that was a lobster that was on there. So, and sometimes when we were young, we made silly decisions. Maybe we did some shoplifting, for example. So you need to find out what you did in your past, and figure out how to transmute that, and be truthful with yourself about that when you're working that out. And it doesn't have to be anything like, you don't have to go to therapy. Journal about it. Work it out. Ask the universe, how can I unblock this? How can I unblock this? Because once you unblock it, you're going to become the Queen of Pentacles. And that's the manifestation card in the deck. That's the manifester. They can take 4 ingredients and serve a table of 12. They manifest lots of all the good things that they want, especially money here, especially money. All right. So I want you to work on that, door number 3. But until you do, the cards are definitely saying your future is going to stay the same. Your future is going to stay the same. So it's up to you. Take action. All right. Well, let me know what you thought, door number 3. Did this resonate with you? Did your subconscious direct you to the correct door, to the correct message? Please take good care. Thank you very much for watching. See you online. Bye for now.